Hi, this is Bill Bell. I'm the city manager here in Montrose, and today we're going to talk a little bit about street infrastructure and our planned projects for 2022. We have Jim Scheid, our public works manager, with us here today, and he knows a little bit about everything. So we're going to put him on the spot and ask him some questions today and spend a little time with him. You ready for this year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're kind of in procurement phase right now for crack seal material, patching, things like that we're doing in-house. So we're getting ready for our 2022 crack seal plan, which will be mainly on the southeastern side of town. And then we'll transition into our patching as well, which should be kind of central downtown, south of Main Street, east of Townsend. And then also right now out for bid is our MoveMo project, or a portion of it. And that is surface treatments right now, so slurry seals and cape seals are out for bid right now. And that's kind of following our crack seal plan from last year. So I brought some maps here. We can look over those and point out the areas that we'll be working in. But the big one is definitely our MoveMo project for the year. So first out for bid is those surface treatments, slurries, cape seals. We'll be looking at the southern end of town, kind of south of Otter Pond area, and the western side of town, out in Waterfall Canyon area. But several areas will be receiving that slurry and cape seal. Kind of again following what we crack sealed last year and the year before. So kind of the two different plans kind of played together, where our streets crew in-house is preparing these roads by patching and crack sealing, and then they're able to follow up with this contracted street improvement in this year to kind of follow our crews through town.
So maybe step back just a little bit and tell everyone what we mean when we say slurry seal, crack seal, fog coating, those types of things. What does that mean?
Yeah, so crack sealing is as simple as just the black sticky goo we put in the crack, and it's basically waterproofing the road, keeping the water from getting under the pavement. So it's trying to seal it is all. And then we'll come in with a contracted slurry seal or cape seal, and those are a thin surface treatment. It's not like an overlay, so it's not an asphalt layer. It's a very thin layer that just basically paints the road. And it does add some structure to it as well, but it's not as thick as an asphalt overlay, and much cheaper.
So that one makes it look better, but it also waterproofs a little bit. Yep. Holds it all together for a little bit longer.
Exactly.
How many years does that buy us?
It'll extend the life 10 years on a road that has good base. So that's where we can't do a cape seal or slurry seal on all roads. Some of them that are deteriorated too far and maybe have issues under the asphalt, we can't do a surface treatment like that because it won't last but a year or two. So some roads, even in our MoveMo plan, there are some roads that are going to get a mill and overlay, which is where they come in and mill out the bad areas, replace them, and then do a full asphalt overlay over the top. So that is a new layer of asphalt over the old road. And
we're doing some of those.
Yeah.
But we prefer to do the preventative maintenance stuff.
Yeah.
Because we get more bang for our buck.
Exactly. Yeah. The cape seals go a lot further. They're much cheaper. So it's much better to get those done ahead of time so we don't have to rebuild them. But we are doing about 30% of those surface treatments, the cape seals, 30% of the mill and overlays, and then a 30% of complete rebuild. And that's where the asphalt's completely removed, base is rebuilt, and then a new asphalt laid on. So we're kind of dividing it up into, trying to touch each type of road this year.
Some people have talked about on social media or just in discussions with candidates running for council or members of the public at the forum, they ask, why don't we budget $10 million a year for street improvements? What did we learn when we did borrow a bunch of money and do that amount all in one year? Yeah,
there's some kind of line of capacity for contractors and also the community. So if we did $10 million, it would close almost every street in town. We would have detours on detours, and
which we had, right?
We had
5
that.
years ago.
Yeah, we had that, and it was Yeah, difficult, because when you try to do everything at once, it's what do we do with the traffic we have? So it's a little bit of a game of traffic control, but also contractor capacity. Contractors are very busy right now, and so trying to find a balance of what we can fit into their abilities and their capacities is also part of that. If we extend the MoveMo project too far, we wouldn't be able to find contractors to do the work.
People probably remember when we did that, all the school buses had to be rerouted, and Niagara was a nightmare. There was just a
Yes.
lot of things going on that particular year.
Right.
I am proud that when I started about 10.5 years ago, we budgeted about $800,000 a year on street improvements, and you're over $3 million
Yeah.
in this year's budget, thanks to support of City Council.
Yeah, definitely. This is a big year. This is very similar to a few years ago when we borrowed money for the MoveMo project. But this, I think, is the biggest year that I'm aware of. But yeah, it's great. This is a good level. I think that if we can maintain this kind of improvements moving forward, we can do those, what I call the real pothole repair. Doing a rebuild on a street obviously keeps those potholes out of it long term, rather than doing a short term repair. So yeah, I think the $3.3 million is a huge investment in our streets.
The maps you guys have put together are amazing. How do people access those?
So our movemo.co website is the best way to see the most up-to-date maps. So that'll show what we're doing in 2022, or show what we did in 2021. Yeah, movemo.co is the best resource.
Great. Excellent. Well, I know City Council is really supportive of the efforts, and I am as well, and we talk a lot, but the public doesn't get to talk to you very much, so I think it's great. Jim's a little shy, so getting him on camera is excellent opportunity to hear from him directly, and you like talking to people, right? So
Definitely.
They can call you anytime.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, I'm available, phone, email, however.
Great. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.